It's Les. We finally got the Nissan van finished. I want to show you the final installation and how we installed into a Nissan van. This is the Maximum CA. Finally got it finished. Everything's very accessible. As you can see, here's the water, your chemical injection tank. Connect the garden hose here. We now got some propane in the propane tank. It's at 40% there. Chemical flow meter, oil blower, lubricator, hour meter and tachometer, throttle, choke, start, auxiliary power, pump power, pressure hose out, 2-inch inlet, 2.5-inch inlet, 151-gallon recovery tank, 28 inches wide. That's the total width of this machine, 28 inches. As you can see, the heater is sitting right there. Easy to get to. Very easy to get to the maintenance from here. Don't have to get in the truck at all to pull the maintenance on this heater. Yeah, about once a year you have to clean your little jets out for the burner. I'll open up the side door. Go ahead and show it. As you can see, the location of the engine is in between the passenger and driver's seat. This is very important because this engine has a high pressure, high volume internal fan. We use that air to power ventilate the heat out of the rear of this vehicle. The front part of this vehicle never has any heat in it, and the back part really doesn't have a lot of heat because it's constantly being forced out the rear. The maintenance on this engine, you can get to all the compartments to it easily. You move the passenger seat forward and you get to the pressure pump. These are the controls for the propane. This is a factory propane engine. Here's the supply of liquid coming in. Vaporizer. That's going to the heater. This is going to the engine after it's been vaporized. The pressure pump pumps cold water. The pressure pump is lubricated with our water softener that we inject into the chemical. This machine has a 10-year pump seal warranty. It has a 10-year pressure regulator warranty. It has a lifetime engine coolant system warranty because it's impossible for an air-cooled engine to overheat. There's service centers for these engines, multiple small engine repair shops throughout the country. This engine will last 7,000 to 7,500 hours because it's running on propane. A gas engine is around 5,000 hours, so we'll get extended life. The engine consumes 9/10 of a gallon of propane per hour. The heater consumes 1/2 gallon of propane per hour. It'll give you a sustained 230 to 240 degrees on a high flow 10-12 flow on, and it consumes 1/2 gallon an hour of propane. Now let me open the side door and I'll show you how much room's left in the install. I guess come around this way. Show it back there. Alright, come this way. As you can see, the reels there. We got the wands right here. We got a you can just come on and get a little closer on the wand. We got the nice mighty shelves in there. It goes all the way to the ceiling. There's plenty of room here. You can put a portable in there or a scrubber. Show you how much room's left. You can get to the back side of the heater. Get to the machine to pull the maintenance. The blower's right there in the open. That's the clean outs for the recovery tank in the bottom. As I mentioned before, 151 gallon, 11 gauge, 1/8 of an inch, 304 stainless. That recovery tank has a lifetime corrosion resistant warranty for as long as you own this machine. Judson is the oldest truck mount manufacturer in the world. We are the patent holder for the truck mount. My dad invented the truck mount in 1966 is when he started on it. I'm glad, just show me for a minute. I want to announce our 50th anniversary of when my dad started the truck mount. At the ICE convention next year, we are giving away a 50th year commemorative truck mount TNT one of a kind. So whenever you buy any chemical from Judson, for every $50 that you spend, you get a ticket for the drawing at the ICE convention. And also, everybody that attends the ICE convention is going to get additional tickets for the drawing when you attend. So what we're doing next year, it'll be the 50th year when my dad started on building the first truck mount in 1966. So keep that in mind. Every $50 worth of chemical you buy, you get a ticket for the drawing. If there's quite a bit of room left over, you know, once we get the install in. The propane tank here, let me show you this. This is where we fill the propane tank. That's the bleeder. The tank's underneath there now. That's a liquid recovery tank. They come in 19, 21, and 26 gallon capacity. So that's that. So anyway, I'm trying to think what else to say about it. 435 CFM at 12 inches of mercury. That's what the machine runs at. It's capable of going to 16 inches of mercury full load. If we're only pulling 40% horsepower at operating conditions at 12 inches, we're only pulling 40% horsepower out of that engine. We got a 60% horsepower reserve in the engine. There's hundreds and hundreds of small engine repair centers throughout the country, and that's why we like to stay with a common local engine. This machine, you can buy belts from the auto parts for it. A lot of common parts from Lowe's, Home Depot. We do that on purpose. We're the only manufacturer that goes to extremes to purposely try to use common parts that you can use locally. That's why when you have a simple design, it always has simple problems. A complex design with millions of little wires everywhere and relays and all this electrical controls, when they have a problem, it's a complex problem. We've been doing this longer than anybody, and we got the most reliable truck mounts. They got a lot of good performance. Like I say, sustained 240 temperature. That's sustained temperature, not releasing the trigger and letting it climb up and then on and off the trigger. We're talking commercial work, knocking out hours after hours after hours, and the temperature will stay consistent. The copper, I got a video how safe the copper is by being very efficient. That's what the copper is about. It's actually got a built-in safety because it's only a 1500 psi coil. If you freeze a machine, this 1500 psi coil will rupture sooner, and that'll protect the truck mount from freezing. This is the basic design we've had. This is basically a TNT that's been modified to a larger recovery from 120 to 151. It's got a larger blower on it. It comes standard with a propane engine, factory. It comes standard with the number 4. Now, you can also purchase a TNT with a gas engine. You know, they're $15,990 with a gas engine, a number 3 little giant heater, and the propane system. You could upgrade to the number 4 heater on a TNT for $700 more. And we sell most TNTs that way, upgraded. You can also upgrade a TNT with the propane engine, which with the hoses and the controls to supply the engine, it's around $1,400 more for the propane factory engine on a TNT. So you can get a TNT with that engine and that heater. You'll just have a 120 gallon recovery tank instead of 151. But this is the machine we are calling the Maximum CA. CA stands for Class A truck mount. A Class A truck mount must maintain 230 to 240 on a high flow one continuously with no drop, regardless of how many hours that you run on that truck mount. And it must have a minimum of 400 CFM. This machine has 400 CFM, 435 at the hose connection on the front of the machine. That's not the blower performance, because if I just give you blower performance and you got a truck mount with internal filters, that's not what's at the hose cuff, because you got resistance with filters. Our design is 100% resistant free on our airflow on the blower. Our blowers actually run a little cooler because we move a little more CFM through them. But I thought I'd make a quick video, try not to make it too long. The Maximum CA is $19,660 with the number 4 heater, with the propane system, and everything to supply propane to the engine too. It comes with a factory propane engine. So that's the difference between a TNT and the Maximum CA. So I just want to give you one last little look at how we do the install on the Nissan van. There's plenty of room left. The machine's only 28 inches wide, and it's 151 gallon recovery. So you take in consideration of the capacity of this machine of 151 on a 28 inch wide frame, it's leaving a tremendous amount of room in this vehicle. The Nissan vans aren't that long anyway. They're kind of a short van. And I mean, I could put a portable in there. I could put a Cymax in-cap machine, and there's plenty of room on these shelves. The shelves are really nice. Now, on the Mighty shelves, if you just use a shelf by itself, it kind of droops the bottom. But once you stack them, they stack together and they get stiff here, where the two come together. So like I say, you just put lighter weight stuff on the bottom shelf. But once you get up to where they're double stacked, there's so much strength here that they don't sag at all. And so anyway, that's it. That's our Nissan install. And that's it. I'm not going to say anything else. See you later.